Oh, this is Stratton Pollock or Fred Stratton Pollock. It also is going to help you that to know that my name actually I had remember I mentioned earlier on the first segment that I did today how we I did a discovery with the Lord's God in Heaven's help with inspiration of the pH. Not long after that, that actually is produced by your drinking coffee or tea, even unsweetened even chocolate, or with lactic acid in your muscle with vigorous exercise, which helps you digest, especially kind of a heavy meat, but even any of the foods that you're eating. Of course, it wouldn't encourage it to excess, but like 30 minutes after you eat, it actually does help produce uh, acid in your stomach, helps you digest the foods you're eating. Now, next thing is that, so not long after that, I changed my name from Stratton Carlisle Pollock to Fred Stratton Pollock. So like I said, that was back in 1976, there on the 4th of July. And so while I was getting all this research, that's why you're seeing in the paper that I cited, that I published there, that we all published, Fred Stratton Pollock. So years after that, I decided to go ahead and change it back to the name I was given at birth, Stratton Carlisle Pollock. Of course, I made another legal name change there. I'm going to do a little short segment here on clarification that I do not have as much information on, but I know it's true by talking to general practitioners, physicians, GPs that service the population, and everyone I talked to agreed with me that all forms of contraception, except for abstaining from sex, has a high risk of cancer, and it's mostly toxic to the female. I mentioned to Dr. Joe Lucky there practices in Cape, and he agreed to go ahead, and physicians are allowed to make a statement of question to all the physicians out there. Now, of course, it's not going to help to ask a lot of physicians because they don't have any firsthand interaction with the patients that come in their office. They're very absorbed into other not higher, but more specified uh, uh, occupations like neurology, gastroenterology, all these kind of things. So they're not in correct contact like a general GP. So they're not seeing this kind of face in their face. Very prevalent. But Dr. Joe Lucky, I encouraged him to go ahead and put in a question to the physicians out there. And of course, him being a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint, he agreed to do that. He went ahead and, as far as I know, he did that. I emailed him, and he hasn't come back, but I'm sure that he actually produced some agreeing results. He hasn't come back to visit or anything like that. With the emails, he kind of he didn't disagree with it, but he certainly didn't reply and very helpful to me. So that's as close as I got. Myself being a doctor, not being a medical doctor, I can't do this. Even my niece, who's a physician in intensive care there in the Seattle area, I encouraged my sister to tell her about the this fact that I found out. And certainly after that, not too many years later, she went ahead and decided to go ahead to have her baby, have a baby. So, of course, after you tie your tubes, that's no longer, it's not quite as cancerous, as far as I know, by tying the tubes. All right. Another part, a little segment here that I need to kind of clarify is for you all to understand why I mentioned Orthodox Jews is because I'm telling the truth, and I'm saying I'm belong to either at least one of these organizations, Orthodox Jew, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or the Masonic group. Now, Orthodox Jews, if you're kind of an Orthodox Jew, then there's certain rules that kind of brings you into kind of a small community. So if you're out there telling lies, it doesn't go very far for you. It's not very helpful. Of course, in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you can't really get a temple recommend if you're ever told to tell a lie. You have to wait at least a year and clear up those activities before you can get another temple recommend. Masonic group, of course, that just specifies to the men because they don't allow women in there. But so that kind of leaves out a lot of Christians as far as women. And so, and of course, earlier when you're a Baptist, it seemed like that they're high enough morals that being practiced and maintained that you could actually be a Baptist and be guided by all that. But lately, being a Baptist is really not that different from being a Methodist or like a Presbyterian, which they don't really care so much whether you decide to tell the truth or not. You're certainly not punished by it where you are with the Masonic group. So I apologize for leaving that out. That's not as much fact-based material, but I did want to kind of clear that up and so that you all could at least know those two facts that I see as facts, but I really can't maintain them as any more than what I'm saying. And so I'm going to leave this segment alone because I'll go back into to talking about the real reason I want to talk with you all is that they were really wasting a lot of our time and efforts when we decide to think greenhouse gases are the solution to global warming. Like I said, it's like using a feather to sweep up a floor versus using a broom or a vacuum or a mop. And so I'm going to go ahead and pursue that. But like I said, I know these to be very true. And so I wanted to leave this little segment on its own. And I hope it helps clarify to you all where I'm coming from and why I say what I say.